Elder Thomas Taylor was the next speaker. When he first heard the message of the everlasting gospel, he saw no reason why that message should not be true, and that God should establish his kingdom. He felt certain that if the Lord did so, it would be such a system of government as would far excel in every virtue every other government. He was of opinion, if those who were so much opposed to us would lay aside prejudice and reason with us, that they would not feel so much embittered against us as they did. The constitution of this republican government was a most liberal and excellent instrument. The principles of the kingdom of God were liberal also. Men did not apostatize from this work because the principles of the gospel did not allow them to exercise the utmost freedom. Those who forsook and turned against the work of God generally did so because in the Church of Jesus Christ they were not permitted to take advantage of their neighbors and otherwise act unrighteously. The opponents of the saints were not the good among men, but the reverse. They had been opposed generally by men who were actuated by ulterior motives. Some opposed us because perchance their craft was at stake, and who thought that if left alone the saints would, by their faith in God and their unity, become a great and powerful people. Those who had thought their interests were at stake had invariably been among the first to vilify and maltreat the Latter-day Saints. If people thought they were deluded, their best course would be to lay the principles they had to offer as side by side with those we possessed, and see how they compared. It indicated a lack of confidence in their own systems when they refused to do this, and they did refuse almost invariably. The speaker next commented upon the nature of the circumstances through which many of the saints had been called to pass, and how they had had to trust in God as their only source of deliverance, and who had never failed him. Hundreds of sick, by the exercise of faith and the administration of the ordinances of the gospel, had been healed by the power of God. He had been cognizant of many instances of this kind in his personal labors and administration. We were engaged in laying a foundation for eternal bliss and glory in the future, for we believed in the eternal nature of the family unions and ties formed in righteousness in this life. The kingdom of God was an indestructible system, and would stand forever, notwithstanding the powers that might be arrayed against it.